getting earlier when I was starting to feel sick to my stomach. She the one you came to hear from? She said she came to hear from me. She's starting to stand right beside you. Okay? So I'm going to just stand here. I feel like I need to sit for a minute. So I'm going to do my best. If I move along a little slow or sit in an awkward position, it's because I dislocated my shoulder a couple weeks ago. So you'll just have to ignore me. All right, she's stepping in. Did they call her something shorter, like Peggy or Margie or something like that? Okay. Okay. Huh? It's okay. When they make me feel a proper name and then I feel like I'm going to shorten it, it could be that they were called by a different name or they're trying to give me some kind of nickname that they were called by.
Different name.
Do you understand it? Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Good. Because they'll always give me their proper name first, and then when they shorten it, it's because they were called something different. It's okay. It's okay. She said, I never went by that name, meaning she chose it as soon as she could. Do you understand? Okay. You help to take care of her, honey? Because she just said, okay, she's starting to step right beside you. You need to let me know if you feel anything because she's putting her hand on your shoulder. So you might feel hot, you might feel cold, you might feel pressure. I'm just going to leave it for a minute, okay? She's running my system down. When people come through a cancer, I'll automatically get sick to my stomach because that's my sign for cancer. And then they'll say cancer to me. They'll make me feel if it stayed localized, if it spread. Sometimes they'll talk to me about what stage it started in. Sometimes they might even give me what type of cancer. Who's the one that it started in the breast? Because there's a lady behind her doing this, saying it started in the chest.
My great aunt.
Do you understand it? Okay, because people are 13 people standing here. Now, I might only communicate with 1 or 2 for you. Do you understand it? 13 people are starting to line up for you, and there's another lady saying to me that there was cancer in the chest because she keeps doing this, and that your mom is not the only person that had the complications with the cancer. Do you understand it? Good, because I can feel her just behind. So I'm going to leave her for just a moment. How are the two of you connected? Because they keep drawing a line back and forth to the two of you, and they make me feel like I want to connect you. Do you understand it? Wonderful. Because that's how I know that there's not just a message for you from her, that she wants to say hello to you as well. And then it also could be part of this 13, could be one of your loved ones as well, or even possibly a couple of them. So I'm going to take my time, okay? Because she's saying to me, she has a lot to say. Okay? And she makes me feel like she was quite a talker. Do you understand it? Good, perfect. What's with the 8 or the month of August? There's a gentleman it's not coming from her. There's a gentleman just behind her, and he keeps saying, August to me, August to me. Sometimes what will happen if it's an older generation, and they're saying to me, you're not recognizing the date because it's an older generation male, which means either father to her or grandfather, just behind her. And they're saying to me, you're not recognizing the date right now because it's an older generation, which is completely okay. Because what will happen is sometimes older generations will step in for support, or it could be an older generation for her because they're trying to introduce her bloodline as well. So I'm just going to leave it until he steps forward and gives me his name like your mom did already. Do you understand? Okay. Alright, I'm asking her to start making me feel the cancer and what she wants to talk about this. Do you understand what she just said to me? I had a really hard time with this, but I always tried to be the best I could. She's saying to me, she's showing me the changing of the mask on the face, meaning she put on a completely different face as to what she was truly going through. Do you understand it? Meaning she always looked like she was better than what she was, and she said, you have siblings? Okay, because she keeps saying to me, I didn't want to worry my children and my family. And that's how I know that you're not the only child. Do you understand it? I didn't want people to worry. I didn't want people to worry. Okay. She's saying to me, you saw right through it though. My daughter could see right through it. Do you understand? Good, good, good. What's with the piece of jewelry that you have of hers? Who's the one that has a piece of jewelry? She keeps making me feel like I want to get dressed in jewelry.
have jewelry.
Yeah, she keeps saying jewelry.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Now when she shows me the picture, like before, where he showed me the watch over there, I'm gonna wait for it. But she's just making me feel like I wanna put jewelry on right now. That's how I know that you have some of her jewelry. Do you understand? You have more than one piece?
Not only that.
Okay. No, no. It's just her giving validation of the items that you have. It doesn't have to be something that you have with you. Okay, good, you understand it. Because sometimes it'll be them giving the items that you have of hers. But she's saying to me, you don't just have her jewelry, you have quite a few things.
Yes.
Do you understand? Wonderful, good. She said if I walk you in her house, meaning sometimes they'll actually make me stand in her house, and I'll start to see different items or different places things are put in the house.
Okay.
Who has the furniture? Because she's showing me a dresser top. And that's just my symbolism that there's furniture as well. Do you understand it? Good. So she's saying to me, you have some of her jewelry and you have some of the furniture. Wonderful. So I'm just going to leave it for a moment. She's talking to me about the cancer. What do you want to say about this, honey? Is this your first time doing this?
Yes.
Because she keeps saying to me, this is my first time to talk to my daughter. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I keep getting the name. It sounds like, is that Lynn? What is that? Who's Linda?
Well, it's me and Mom.
Your name is Linda?
Mm-hmm.
Because she keeps saying Linda, Linda, Linda. I feel like it goes to you. But is that the second name?
No, that's my first name.
No, no, no. Is that the second name she called herself?
Yes.
Okay. She keeps saying Linda to me, but I feel like she's trying to actually give me your name and talk to you. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Carrie?
My daughter.
Huh?
My daughter.
Your daughter's Carrie? Is she here? Okay, because somebody keeps saying to me they want to give guidance for Carrie. So I'm going to leave it for a minute, because remember how I said I was feeling your family just behind?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I'm going to leave it for just a moment, okay? She works here and helps you? Okay. Who's the mother energy passed for you? It's a grandmother.
It could be her, it's her paternal grandmother.
Okay, because I keep getting grandmother, grandmother. Do you understand it? Perfect. Grandmother, grandmother, mother energy. So I'm going to leave her for a minute because she's saying to me, there's things I want to tell Carrie about, so I'm going to leave it. Okay? She's saying to me, there was a connection between the two of them? Okay, that's how I know there's time spent. Because you can have a grandparent or great-grandparent, and you can know their name, you can know how they passed. When they say time spent to me and they make me feel that connection, that's how I know they spent time with each other on this plane as far as the earth plane. Do you understand it? And she keeps saying to me, I need to talk to Carrie, and I get mother energy, and then my guide said, step up, and then I was like, okay, it's a grandmother. So that's why I was saying grandmother to you. So she says to me, after she's done talking, she's going to try to introduce herself to me, and I'm being told there's just a short message for you to give her. Something with schooling, so I'm going to leave it. Do you understand it? Perfect, because she's showing me the school books, and she's talking about further education and schooling, so I'm just going to leave it. So there's a message there. Do you understand that? Okay. Now sometimes that can be because they're in school now, and there's different things that are going on. Sometimes it has to do with further schooling down the road, or her trying to give guidance of the going back to school. Is she in school now?
Yeah.
Okay. Has she talked about it?
She's done.
Okay, she's done. Okay, perfect. I'm going to leave it because sometimes they're showing me something that's coming up as far as some kind of career or some kind of other path where it's them trying to validate there needs to be further schooling. You understand it? Okay, good. Good, because that can be one, that can be several different things. Because the only thing she's showing me is the school book. When she steps in, she'll actually say to me what she wants to say. But right now I'm only attached to her mom, and I want to finish with her before she loses her energy. And they're saying yes. Okay, so she's politely stepping back for just a moment. What's with the peanut butter pie?
For mine, peanut butter.
What's with the peanut butter pie? Okay, does anybody recognize having a really old recipe in the family of some kind of peanut butter pie? Somebody's making me eat peanut butter pie. Does anybody recognize it? I'm going to leave it for just a minute until I figure it out. Yeah, somebody makes me want to eat peanut butter pie. All right, I'm going to leave that because that goes to somebody else. What will happen is everyone will start to talk to me because they're trying to introduce themselves to me before I get to the next person. So I'm going to finish with her. I'm going to get her message and see what she wants to pass to the daughter, and then I'll figure out who that belongs to. Because sometimes that's just the older generations introducing themselves to then bring someone in. Who recognized the name Frank? Who recognized? Huh?
It's my father's name.
Okay, good. Did anybody else recognize Frank as well? Because I'm being told I have two.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I felt like I wanted to look at you. Okay, good, perfect. And who has father energy, Frank? Okay. You guys have a grandfather? Father energy, perfect. And then there's a father energy pass for you, Frank, as well. Okay, they're gonna piggyback off of each other. I'm being told that recipe that I was feeling actually belonged to someone in the older generation over here, and it was just their way of trying to pull him through and introduce him. So I'm gonna leave it, because I'm getting grandfather generation over here, Frank. And then they're gonna piggyback off of her dad, Frank, as well. Do you understand? And then I'm being told I'm gonna come sit next to you because your husband's coming through. So you're the next people that I'm coming to. That's why they kept pulling me over here and I wanted to eat the pie. So I'm gonna leave that. Because sometimes I can just be someone in the older generation where it's like a matriarch and they're pulling everybody in, and that's perfectly okay. You have to take care of her all the way up until the end? Okay. Because she just said to me she took care of me and she saw me the whole way through. Do you understand it? Wonderful. She's so loving. Very, very disciplined, a little set in her ways. There's a difference between old school and set in her ways. She was just very set in her ways. Do you understand it? But very, very, very loving and compassionate. She makes me feel very dedicated to the family. And she's saying to me her family was her priority. Do you understand? Wonderful. Where's your other sibling at, honey? Where's your other sibling at?
Chrisfield. Home.
Okay. Okay. And she makes me feel like the other sibling isn't here today. So it's a message for you, but then to pass to the other sibling as well. Because she keeps saying to me, this is for both my children today, but there's a message for my daughter as well. Do you understand it? Wonderful. Yeah, Linda. She keeps saying Linda. She just said, Linda, I'm so happy I have this chance to be with you. Denise? She just said, I needed to make sure that I had a chance to say hello to Denise and tell her thank you for doing this. Because she was like a daughter as well. Do you understand it? You've been friends for years, long time. She says a long time. And she felt and looked at you like an adopted daughter. Do you understand it? Okay, so even though the message is here, she makes me feel like there's a message to you. And then of course the other sibling. So I'm gonna leave it until she starts talking again. She's saying to me that the cancer took her fast in the end.
Yep.
Do you understand it? It's like,
Yep.
by the time you found out, it was almost too late. Meaning later stages, time progression. The doctors gave the time. She went earlier than expected.
absolutely.
That's what it means, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to wait for me to finish. It's okay. What'll happen is I can have someone come in and say, I found out I was already in stage 4 and I was gone in months. That's completely different. She makes me feel the progression happened. There's the time progression as far as what's given, as far as the preparedness for the doctors, as far as the time frame, and that she passed sooner than expected,
Yeah.
and that it was felt sudden to you because you thought you were going to have longer with her. That's what it's about. Do you understand it? You feel like there wasn't a full chance to say goodbye as well? Because she just said to me, my daughter is mostly upset because she thought it was going to be her longer, and that's why I was trying to tell you about it, because she feels like she didn't fully have a chance to fully say the things she wanted to. She said that's why you're having the conversation tonight, and that's why she wants to talk to you about it, okay? Now, when they say that, that can have to do with the progressional line, because there can be a doctor, this is just an example, there can be a doctor that says, okay, they're in stage 3, we're going to start treatment, and we give them probably about 9 months. And then it's like 2 and they're gone, and you're like, what happened? I thought I had longer. Just an example. That's the way she kind of makes me feel this happened.
That's good.
Do you understand it?
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, there you go. It's,
What your mom said.
Yeah.
do you understand? Perfect. Okay. So she just said it surprised me as well. And she said, I didn't realize I was that sick. I just felt a little run down. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Good. But she's saying to me I had other health issues before that even happened.
Yes.
So I didn't even realize to what extent what was going on. Meaning she didn't expect them to be like, you have cancer. She just thought it was something else because there was the other health issues. She's saying to me what was in her mind in the time frame, that this was actually said as far as the doctors being told. Do you understand it? Good, that's what it's about, okay? She's putting her hand on yours. She keeps saying, tell my daughter Linda. She just said, tell my daughter Linda it's okay. I know how much she loved me. What's with the old dishes? She keeps showing me this really old dish pattern. I can hear it clanging. She's like trying to stack stuff. Do you understand it? You have a collection?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's what it is. Now you can have just one piece because someone can have a really old teapot. Someone can have like a really old maybe gravy boat or something like that. I feel like it's a whole collection. Do you understand it? Meaning that it's more than just one piece and she's trying to show it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you understand it because I can hear the clanging and she keeps showing it to me. I know there's things of mine that she has and I know that she looks at them and she remembers me. And I can see the regret in her mind and in her eyes sometimes because she feels like she didn't have a chance to fully say goodbye to me. She didn't expect me to go when I did. Do you understand it? And she's saying to me they took her like this. And she's saying to me it was peaceful. Tell her I'm thankful that I don't have to suffer anymore. Alright, she's going to make me feel a little bit of the crossover. She's saying to me the first one she saw was her mom. You had a connection with your grandmother?
Yes.
Okay. They both died of the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, because I just heard in the background from your grandmother, I passed to cancer as well. Do you understand it?
Yes.
That's why I was feeling that aunt earlier that was validating the cancer in the chest, because this is something that runs in the family. You worry about this?
No.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
They're not saying it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, do you worry
No.
about it?
No.
Okay, good. Good. She's so sweet. She just said, tell my daughter she was the joy in my heart. Tell my children how much I love them. You have a brother? I'm just asking, because she's not saying brother or sister. She just keeps saying, tell them, tell them. So I'm asking you. Who's the brother that's passed for her? That's why I'm hearing brother. Who's the miscarriage? Did you know about that?
Somebody had miscarriage?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to leave it.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it.
She,
Yep, older generation.
okay.
Brother energy, miscarriage. That's what they're trying to give me. That's why I kept hearing brother.
Okay. It's possible.
I'm just going to leave it. I'm being told not talked about then.
Mm-hmm.
Not talked about. Okay? So I'm going to leave it for a minute.
Okay.
Because she kept saying my children, and then I feel like there's a message here for both of you, because that's what she just said about the joy in my heart. And then I felt like I wanted to go into a general message for the two of you. And then somebody kept saying, talk about the brother, past and spirit. And I was like, what is this? And I'm like, wait a minute. And I thought maybe they were trying to give me two things at once. And my guide said, no, it's a miscarriage. So I'm going to leave it. Early trimester, just a few weeks. Older generation grandmother, meaning that your mom met her brother that she was supposed to have here and never did.
Okay.
That's the brother. I'm getting all this energy and emotion about it. She said he was standing there with them. I saw my mom first, and he was standing there. And then I started to see all the loved ones that I had already lost afterwards. And I was introduced to him because I never knew that I was actually supposed to have him as a brother. Meaning, sometimes those older generations don't talk about things, because remember, this would be your grandmother that had the miscarriage.
Correct.
So it's her way of validating that there's the loss of a brother of a soul. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it. Perfect. She's saying to me, she had several siblings as well. She just keeps saying several siblings, several siblings, several siblings. Okay. Several would be him.
friends that she claimed to be sisters?